Remarkable, LeBron. Remarkable. Changing gears for a second. Let's have a hindsight moment. You know they say it's 2020. Give us your insight on one of the most memorable basketball moments for you. How about Kobe scoring 81? How do you feel about that?
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight.
So you thought to yourself he was going to score 70 before the game, not just because you know.
I don't know what made me say that. And when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now.
Right. When you say he might as well go for 80, because you actually thought he was going to go for 80 at the time, and not just because we know he scored 81 now.
So I mean, I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
Yeah. Thank you, LeBron, and yeah.
You know, we have a lot of expressions in the English language.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
Where'd that come from?
Most all of us use them every day.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
You know, we just say them as if they really made sense.
I mean, how silly is that?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What the f is he talking about?
You, what's good? You know who it is, you know what it is. It's a me, Mario. Welcome to Appraise, the phrase, origins of everyday expressions. It's a me, Mario. And we're here to do three things: unveil the origin, confirm the meaning, and assess the value of common everyday phrases. 20 in the building. What's up, my good brother 20? How you feel, big dog?
Oh, all good, man. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. I'm not going to be one of those people that be like, oh, I'm alive. I woke up. You know?
That's the expectation.
Like, honestly,
that's the expectation.
Like nobody wants to, like, you know what it is? It's just like nobody is like, everybody's afraid to just be real and vulnerable. You get what I mean? And it's like, your day is going that bad with the point where you just say, oh, I woke up, man. Every day above ground is a blessing. It's like, come on, dude.
Like, today sucked. Today living was not
fun.
fun.
It's been raining all day. Like, I'm not saying that's what it is now, but it's just like I almost gave you one of those answers, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to be a hypocrite, because when somebody says that to me, I look at them weird.
Let me stretch my back out. Thank you for sparing us that lack of sincerity, man. Thank you for going for straight sincerity, bro, on this nice fine day. Man, oh man, we got another one of my good brothers in the building. Let's get right into it. My man of the service industry, but not like the service industry that, man, is another service. So thank you, sir. My dog, Myron, Sergeant Myron Jones in the building. What's good, family?
What up, bro? It's good, 20. Rio, what's happening?
You already know. And honestly, I'm going to choose peace today with you, Myron.
Yeah, they always at odds, y'all.
Hey, look, man, I got some hand in my system, so you choose peace all you want to. I'm choosing chaos.
He said, actually.
Well, actually,
at the tapping of the gloves part, he didn't raise his glove. Like, that's what type of time I'm on.
No, damn, bro. He said,
hey,
you got any more excuses, Roy? That's what he said. You got any more excuses, Roy? You got any more excuses? Damn, man. I'm just trying to get you to...
My goodness, bro.
It's cool, man.
It is cool,
What's
man.
up, man?
Welcome back, bro. I know you holding it down for us. You are in another country. It's up to you whether you want to tell people where you at. I don't know if the enemy can find you or not.
Oh, yeah. No, man. Yeah, I'm over in no, I'm in Sagamihara, Japan right now, man. About 45 minutes to an hour from Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? Been over here for 3 months now?
My dog,
yeah.
man.
Oh, okay.
Look at the Expression Appraisal Team stepping up wherever we at in the country.
International, baby.
International. A few episodes ago, we had Dre in Germany. Now we got Japan. And then, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, Miami, always holding it down. All right. Cool. All right, y'all. Let's get into the phrase today, man. Let's get into the phrase today. Today, we're going to talk about something that I don't think a lot about, but it's way more relevant in my life now. I got eye surgery to fix my astigmatism and shit, right? And now life has changed and things are clear and I'm seeing in 4K, right? And so
you should have had the plug in. You got to put the plug in. I can see clearly.
I literally, right before we loaded up, I was like, "Damn, what button should I add, man? We gotta get back on our meetings 20 because that would have been helpful."
We got a couple of stamps. We got to stamp.
Hell yeah! So I'm thinking about that. I'm like, man, I learned what 2020 vision is.
Never took it.
Crazy. And so I figure, you know what I mean? I ran into this phrase came up again, and I'm like, I have a question. So today we're going to get into and explore hindsight is 2020 as a phrase, right? So yeah, let's go. My man 20, apropos. Talk to me about your connection to hindsight is 2020.
No, you know what? Honestly, I feel like out of all the phrases that we've dubbed Mario, like this is the one that I probably had the most connection with. Not only is it part of my, my nickname, but it's also a situation where I've used it so many times. Now, I didn't say that I used it correctly because, as you know, here at Appraise the Phrase, we debunk some myths, so to speak. So, like, my connection with it is just one of those situations where it's like, man, I like to see things personally. I like to see things for what they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you say hindsight is 2020, that is saying the total opposite. And you know what? Honestly, you can't have one without the other, though, Mario. You get what I mean? You can't have one without the other one. And me saying that no, this is what it is. This is what is going to be. I'm looking at it. This is what it's telling me. When somebody says hindsight is 2020, it's like not saying you're wrong, but kind of debunking what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like in the situation, I'm saying,
yes,
hey man, like it's not always what it seems to be.
I like that angle.
That's what, and it's not like a situation where you don't see it, but you know what I mean? Hindsight is also 2020.
Yeah. Okay. Sergeant Jones. Am I saying that right? Are you bigger than that?
Yeah. So no, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's too much to explain right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, whatever. I'll just call you Myron.
You said yes. Actually, Mario, I am bigger than that. Yes, I am.
I'll just call you Myron for the rest of the show. Go ahead, bro.
Just call him Myron, bro.
I ain't in uniform, nigga.
You're right. I know you longer than that goddamn badge.
You can't. Unfortunately, you can't remember spell your nigga name and shit, but it's all good.
Oh,
hey,
man.
But no, for me, hindsight 2020, man, it's a familiar phrase. I've heard it quite a bit in my life. Being a sports enthusiast like we all are, it's like that Monday morning quarterback shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got the answers after the fact, and that's what hindsight 2020 is. It's like because 2020 vision is that perfect vision, right? So after the event has happened or after the situation has concluded, everybody got all the answers. Or well, I would have did this, or you should have did that. Yeah. That's what hindsight 2020 is to me. And I mean, I like the phrase, but at the same time, it allows a lot of people to be on some bullshit to me. You feel me? Like, because everybody can have hindsight 2020. Where everybody can be a Monday morning quarterback.
Cop out. Yep.
So,
cop it out, little cop out. So, Cool. All right, here we go. Thank you for setting me up, my friends. My thoughts on hindsight 2020. I'm just like, I have a lot of elements, and luckily the research matches my elements. No bias research. I promise, but it matches where I'm at with it, which is like, first of all, where am I at with 2020 vision? Second of all, anything that says, I'm all for reflection, but anything that like stamps a absolute. Hindsight is 2020 is too much of an absolute for me to like rock with. So that's where I'm at with it. Let's get into Webster's definition of hindsight is 2020. Webster's defines it as the full knowledge and complete understanding that one has about an event only after it has happened. I repeat, the full knowledge and complete understanding that one has about an event only after it has happened. All right, Myron, definition, do anything for you? Any thoughts?
Yeah, man, I mean, I feel like it just confirmed what I was saying. Like, it's easy to analyze and evaluate an event after the fact. Like me being in the Army, right? We get op orders, we get, mission orders or whatever, and we have to make room for some type of unpredictability. You know what I'm saying? We go out on mission, and then after the mission, we have what you call an after action review. Now, if somebody came to the after action review and came to me, who probably was the planner of the mission, right? And hit me with, well, Sergeant, you probably should have did this, or you probably should have put this in place. My nigga, yeah, you can say that now. Like, you got all these unknown variables prior to the mission, and now that they expose themselves, you can evaluate and analyze that. Like, like again, like I said before, like it takes away from accountability and allows people to be that Monday morning quarterback, man. It's a lot of bullshit attached to that phrase.
Got you. 20.
So, where I kind of relate the definition to what I was saying was the situation of, in the moment, it kind of makes the moment that you're in not real, if that's what I mean. If you can understand what I'm saying. Because like when you're looking at something, if you can, and you're evaluating yourself, you're looking at it as reality. So when someone is looking at your reality and commenting on your reality, it's like, how the hell you get something different from what I'm seeing? You get like I'm seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're telling me, I should have done this, or hindsight's 2020, I should have done that. But it's like, no, bro. Like this is the path that was supposed to be going. And of course, obviously, like you were saying, if you want to relate it to that, or even football with something I had experience with, it's easy to say, man, you could have got that to that block. You could have got to that block, but inside of the game, it felt like that block was like 10 yards away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Doug.
Hey,
you know what you call that? Because I did my little research too in the little 20 minutes I had. Right? That's hindsight.
That's why he's bigger than Sergeant. Go ahead.
That's called hindsight. That's called hindsight bias, bro.
I like that. Bring that hindsight bias. You got a definite
because you're right. In the moment, you just got to make a decision. But them people on the sideline, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me what I'm seeing? But after the fact, they got all the answers. That's that confirmation bias. That's that hindsight bias, bro.
Ooh, I love that. Thank you for that. Hey, one thing I do want to say that to support that, 20. As far as film study go, and we'll use, because I like what you said. I got something to say about the Army thing too, Myron. But with the film study thing, and it's like having like a balance of like, okay, I'm gonna get better based on what I see on film, but also you can't change what happened from film. And easy to say what you. It was for me, returning kicks, man, was the biggest one for me. And you would always have somebody with less talent and less ability. I'm going to name that with less ability. Say, damn, get up field. I'll never forget this one time. My man, J-Rob. I don't even know if you listen to the show, bro. I know you support on IG. So
shout out to J-Rob.
What up, J-Rob, man? I remember this one time J-Rob, because he was on special teams and blocking. And I made a cut that made him look like he missed a block. And I'm like, and I heard him mumble in film session, man, get up field. And I'm like, I feel you because you looking at it from your job. Now, if I'm looking at it from my job, in real time, you look like you wasn't touching Buddy. So I had to make a decision in real time to say, I got to make this move since you wasn't touching Buddy. That's how, and so that's where I was like, okay, I get that film study has this like, okay, it should help me for the next time. I feel you. But the approach of you should have did this in this time. It's like, no. You wouldn't even be in position to tell me this if I didn't do it this way. Because if I'd have went straight up.
Yeah, exactly. If I didn't shift the universe to this, you wouldn't be able to say that. It's like when somebody, they got a hole right there. Like, you really think that I saw that hole and decided not to go to the hole?
No.
You said, no. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, really? That's what you really thought?
Yeah,
you really thought at that time?
It's like,
I'm not making excuses. But it's just a situation of, it's easy to say that after, like you said, after the fact, or saying that, oh, what I saw wasn't there, or what I saw or how I reacted was the wrong reaction.
Because that's valid.
Right. Also,
because what you saw 20 is valid. You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
Because it's all these unknown variables. Like you and Mario playing chess, and you decide to make a move. You don't know what Mario's thinking, but you kind of gotta predict what he's thinking, and you might be wrong. But I'm standing on silent, like, damn, 20, why you make that room? That was dumb. You knew Mario was gonna do this.
No. After I lost,
what you
should have done. What you should have done.
Exactly.
What you should have done is this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's the thing with one of the things you said, Myron. Before we get to the origin, is with the A. I'm assuming it's AAR because I know y'all sending them.
Yeah, AAR.
AAR. Is that, and I'll bring this up later, so y'all ain't got a breach or broach, but I don't think it's easy. I will push back, and not in a way that disagrees with you. Actually, to confirm your point even more, I don't even think it's easy to look back on something and analyze it. I think people that do it and act like it's easy, you're more wrong. You're more wrong than I or the person that made the decision in the moment. You're more wrong. Right. And I have a saying, like, for certain things that, like when people might ask me a certain very specific question, and it's like so specific that I name them like gun to the face moments. I'm like, my nigga, I can't answer that because I don't know what I would do with a gun to my face. Like I think what I'm gonna do, but I don't know what I would do. So if you ask me something where I'm like sincerely like I don't know, it would have to be in a moment. I'm like, that's a gun to the face moment. And a lot of things that we hindsight 2020 about are gun to the face moments. Like I literally can react differently every single time I get in a hostage situation. I literally could act. I don't know what all the variables are. Like one moment I might could see an escape. One moment so you just never fucking know, dog. And that's where I'm like, hindsight 2020. All right. Well, and I'll reveal why. So let's get into the origin. See, I ain't even get no room. I ain't even get no room that time.
Hey, you know what? I always say, like, man, if nigga try to take me hostage, man, I'm gonna just pretend like I'm a faint.
I'm not going to
shoot me. Yeah, man, like I go to. I'm just.
Hey, what Red Fox you just say? What Red Fox you just
say?
Oh shit!
I got a heart attack. Pretend like I caught a heart attack, like Black Dynamite. You let somebody shot.
That's perfect, dog. That's perfect. All right, let's travel back in time real quick, man. Of course, let's go back to the 1800s, the 19th century in Utrecht, Netherlands. So let's go to Amsterdam to dig into Hindsight Is 2020, and that is where the office of ophthalmologist Herman Snellen was working at the Netherlands Hospital for eye patients. Y'all know who Herman Snellen is? A simple name.
You said Herman Snellen?
Yeah, Herman Snellen.
No.
That's not your boy? That's not your boy? All right, well, don't worry about it. He's actually not a
Sherman. My bad. I thought you said Sherman.
Not Sherman. No, not Sherm. Not Sherm. No, we know Sherm. We're talking about Herman Snellen. Yeah, from the Netherlands. From Amsterdam.
I don't know her.
All right, got you. Well, like I said, he was an ophthalmologist out there in the Netherlands. And he was the main ophthalmologist in the Netherlands Hospital for eye patients. And this man, Herman, in 1862, came up with one of the most groundbreaking things we've ever had, the Snellen Chart. The Snellen Chart studies visual acuity. Do y'all know what the Snellen Chart is? I'm sure y'all can connect the dots.
I'm assuming it's the eye test.
Now, it is not just the eye test. Yeah. It's not just eye test. It's the eye test. at this point, because it wasn't the first. I want to make it clear. It was not the first eye test. But when Snellen came with 1862, he said, I perfected the eye test. And that's what he came with. So let me tell y'all about this. Okay, let's talk about the Snellen chart. So it consists of 11 lines of optotypes, so different types of things the eye can see. And they're specifically designed capital letters. If y'all never knew, they're specifically designed and they're capital for a reason. And they gradually decrease in size. So we know that. So an individual with normal vision can read all those letters from 20 feet away. 20. Wait. 20. This gonna be a show for you, brother.
20.
Hey, listen, man.
You've been waiting for this. This is my branding explosion.
Yes. This is my moment.
So 20 feet away. Now, that's how we get 20/20 vision. Okay. So like from 20 feet away, can you see like with both eyes? So the two 20s are both eyes. So this eye can see from 20 feet away, this certain line, and this eye can see. And right now, as I mentioned, I had that surgery. Your boy teetering on 2015. You know what I'm saying? That means that at least
real quick. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, nigga.
I was gonna ask this later, but if 2020 is perfect, what is 2015, bro?
Better than fucking
Can somebody
perfect.
explain?
It's like a 4.6.
What's better than perfect?
It's like a 4.6. It's stupid, right? But it's like a 4.6. It's like
I don't get it.
Are you saying I have an 8 plus, even though like I got better than 100?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If the scale go to 100, how you get better than 100?
Yeah, like I got better than 100. Well, so I'm gonna get to that. So 2015 by definition means that at least one of your eyes can see the 20 line from the 20 feet away line from 15 feet away. Like you standing.
How is that better?
No. You standing 20 feet away, you can see a smaller line, like a line that would.
So 15 feet behind the 20. Got you.
No. Like if somebody was standing 15 feet away, with you standing 20 feet away, you can see what the person standing 15 feet away could see, standing closer than you.
Got you.
That line.
It's just as clear to you.
Yes, it's just as clear to me as someone that's standing 15 feet away. The line.
Got you.
So, yeah. So if I'm standing 20 feet away and looking at line 3 and someone standing 15 feet away and looking at line 3, it's just as clear to me as it is to them.
Got you. Okay.
But if they back to 20, yeah.
They can't see that.
They can't see it.
So can I
yes.
So what
I'm an ophthalmologist, by the way.
Is not, yeah, I know. So if somebody is standing, is nobody standing in front of you, does it go back to 2020 or just
No, so I get what you're saying, because the way I explained it is like, how did it change for me?
Because like
the 2020
if a nigga's in my way, I see 2015. But if the nigga's not in my way, I see 2020. Is that what you say? I'm sorry.
I'm moving on. I'm fucking moving on. So, why 20 feet, you ask? Why 20 feet? No one asked. It's not a random number. 20 feet is what you can see from 20 feet is where the eye is the most relaxed in its normal shape and doesn't require the bending of light rays to focus on an image. So image 20 feet away is your eye doing the least amount of work it needs to do to see. And I don't know how that science was established, but it's not random. Okay, so it's actually, but there is science behind the 20 feet away that my man Snellen did. That's why his chart's the best. He must have did all this. Now, one interesting fact before I pose something to y'all is that since the Snellen chart was made, it's the highest selling poster of all time. Like not Jordan, not Michael Jackson, not the Beatles, the Snellen chart.
You really classify that as a poster though?
It's a poster, dog.
So it's sold more than the hang in there kitty.
Oh, I need a graph. I need a graph on because between that, the Marilyn Monroe, the old lady with the arm, I need to know. The Uncle Sam joint. I need to know. I need to know where this lineup is, man. But it's Snellen chart beating all those, bro. Because here's why. Because every goddamn optometrist office in the fucking world has one.
At least one.
At least one. And then you got the weirdos that think it's a cool poster to have in your own home. That makes the number. So it's selling. Now, do y'all want to hear another fun fact that's not really relevant, but it's like, all right, y'all want to? I really, if you say no, I will say I won't share it.
Obviously,
I'm always up for fun.
Yeah,
fact,
I know.
man.
I kind of set you up, right? So, fun fact. So, glasses.
Nigga, no.
Right, exactly. No, nigga. That's what I be saying to people that when they ask, like, if I'm leading to something and be like, can I use the bathroom? My answer is, imagine if I said no, and then we just look at each other. Like, what would you do if I was like, no, it's not a good time for you to use the bathroom? Like, straight face. Anyway, fun fact. Fun fact, man. Everybody that wears glasses, contacts, and they are likely, like highly likely / guaranteed that they were designed and manufactured by Essilor Luxottica? Essilor Luxottica.
What you say?
Essilor Luxottica. Every contact or glasses is designed and manufactured by that eyewear brand. So they make $70 billion in annual revenue and shit. And so if you like go to like glasses.com or LensCrafters or your local blah or Pearl Vision, yeah, like you getting different prices. But all of them is getting it from Essilor. There's no difference.
I need a side hustle, man.
The jug, bro. The jug is wild, dog. The jug is wild. Like everything comes from these.
You know what I do with $7 billion?
Bro, 70 billion, bro. 70. They make 70 billion a year, nigga. Like not that that's what they have.
I was just about to say, Byron, like, yeah, that's 70 billion a year.
Yeah,
bro.
they're making
you
that.
Can't even use that in your life. Like if somebody gave you 70 billion right now, and I'm not even counting your days for you, my nigga, but I don't think you'd be able to use that.
Man, you have to work hard. I don't think I would live. You have to break a sweat, niggas.
That's like a billion, like $1 billion a year. Like you blowing $1 billion a year.
Like you're trying hard. Like I only.
Can you spend $1 billion in a year though? Like,
bro, you'd have to buy something that's $500 million to get it going. Like you'd have to spend on something that's $500,000 to even get the clock.
And that's a business though.
That's what I'm saying. And that's like
so you making that back.
That's what I'm saying. Like for whatever you could purchase that costs $500 million, it's gonna make you money. Like whatever you buy that costs $500 million is gonna make you money back. So it is the game is rigged after a certain point. After a certain point,
that don't make no
all right.
That don't make no sense.
All right, one last stat that I got. I'm gonna ask y'all about. So more than 75% of Americans do not have 20/20 vision. More than 3/4 of the population do not have 20/20 vision, and we including the kids. So listen, my question to 20, my question to Myron: if most people don't have normal vision, one, how is it normal? And two, how could a phrase where most people don't have this vision mean that hindsight is 20/20 when people can't even, like if you look, I'm taking it literally first, because I believe I have autism. I'm going to take it literally first and then bring it back to the metaphor. If I turn around and I'm of the 75% that cannot see 20/20, so I have no idea what 20/20 is, no matter if I look behind me, I'm not seeing clearly. So how could a phrase where physically most people can't see clearly, can a phrase where you're relying on seeing clearly actually be true? Y'all, give me y'all take on that.
Well, I feel like it's kind of simple, honestly, because
whatever, dog.
If 20/20 is perfect vision, right? Shut up.
Yeah, all that loud talk. This is an easy answer.
If 20/20 is perfect vision, then clearly the majority of people are not gonna have perfect vision. But if you're talking about hindsight, again, we already agreed to the fact hindsight is after the fact. And you just sat here and said you had surgery, right, to get 20/20 or 20/15.
Nigga.
Only because you had surgery. Exactly. So your surgery was you looking back after the fact.
Nigga, how you connect that? I'm fighting that one. I'm fighting out that paper bag because
about wrong.
Now I'm one of the few people that hindsight is 20/20. That's how I feel about it. That's why I'm taking it. So hindsight is not this phrase for me. This phrase ain't going right now because the hindsight for the majority is not 20/20 because foresight inside sight.
It wouldn't be. Exactly. I was about to say that because of foresight, it wouldn't be because again, it's perfect. If hindsight was 2020 for the majority, then the majority would be perfect. And just science and mathematics,
Yeah,
that just doesn't the math.
Where you at, 20?
This is quite simple, actually.
I thought we was playing nice.
This
though.
nigga, Mr. Watson, bro.
Nice.
This
What do you
nigga,
mean? I'm agreeing with Myron. I'm agreeing with Myron.
This
That's
nigga
what I'm
like
doing.
really Sherlock
All right,
Holmes
I
Watson
didn't
me,
give no
man.
smoke.
Sherlock Holmes Watson me.
I
Like
didn't
simple, my
give
dear
no
Watson.
smoke. I'm just saying it's very simple, you know.
Tell me.
Like, or you know, I feel like the phrase was created because majority of the people can't see 2020. You get what I mean? And it's like if you could see, if everybody saw what they were supposed to see or saw 2020 vision, then this phrase wouldn't be as potent. So I feel like in a sense of the reason why it's more popular is because, like you said, the majority do not see 2020 vision. And it's like, like saying, hey, you would have saw that if you had 2020 vision.
Yeah. Hindsight. Okay. So y'all don't have to answer this. I like that. Thank you both for your simple explanations and simplification. What I will say is that, so for hindsight 2020, it has to be someone else's sight that makes it 2020 for you. Don't answer. I'm just posing that as we continue.
Well, say that one more time for me, please.
Sure, because if we can't see 2020 forwards, I cannot see 2020 backwards. Someone has to explain it to me to clear it up. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about what makes me understand it better after, just because I didn't understand it before. Like it doesn't change.
So
go ahead.
So let me ask you this. So no, I have to now. I have to. You said I didn't. No, what you said was I didn't have to answer. You said not to answer.
Okay, here we go.
So you gave me the option.
We're gonna run the tape.
You gotta read.
I ain't gonna go fast. I ain't gonna go long though, because I don't have surgery like you, so you know I wear glasses.
Yo, do you have a problem with me getting surgery?
He's coming. That's the first time he's coming at you, bro.
He did flex a little bit at the beginning of the show, you know what I'm saying? So. But no, dead ass. But when you do your eye test, right, and you try to read a line, and one of those letters you can't see, and let's say it was an E, and all right, I can't make out that E, look like a C, and your optometrist say, oh no, that was an E. After she says that, you can make that E out. She saw it for me. A little bit better. And now that she said it, I can see it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So that's them saying it for me, helping me. So that's me looking. Well, whatever you said, looking back.
No. Okay. That actually.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait, let me. Can I? I don't mean to cut you off. But
it doesn't matter.
Are you really seeing it? Are you really seeing it, or are you seeing what you remember E looks like?
And that's where I'm at. I'm like, it's still fuzzy, it's still hazy, and that's where I'm like,
agree with that.
It's not 2020 still. It's just I'm going off of what you. Anyways, here we go. I like that. I
like that.
I like that. All right, so
you Mario, because you.
I know. Arguing as friends. All right, so the earliest usage of the actual phrase "hindsight is 2020" appeared in the California newspaper article "The Van Noy News" on February 17th, 1949, and it was written by a humorist named Richard Armour, and he wrote simply, "Most people's hindsight is 2020." Now I'm coming back to just ask y'all a simple question: do you agree with Armour's statement that most people's hindsight is 2020? Yes or no, and why? Quickly though.
I would say when you put it like that, it doesn't seem like it's literal. And I feel like if you take it as literally as something being literal, no. But if you kind of see it as more of a metaphor, then yes, because it's like a situation where when you look back on something, and like we talked about in the beginning, you can be like, oh, okay, that's what this happened. This was what's going on. And you can see everything clearer because you stepped away from it. if you stepped away from the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously when you're looking back at things, it's not the reality, it's actually what happened in your I won't say you're not imagining it, but it's not happening real time when you look back at it. It's not saying that it did not exist, but as opposed to what's happening right now, it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So when you're doing that, when you're looking at something like that, you can kind of see it just like the E. You can kind of see it a little more clear because you're putting what your experience is and what you see it.
I get it.
And that kind of molds it together, giving you actually a perfect look at something, because not only are you seeing it with your eyes, you're seeing it with your experience.
I'll push back on a little bit of that, but I'm with you there, Jones. All right.
I don't know if I want to say the majority of people,
because that's what most
have
mean,
hindsight
so
2020.
Yeah.
Because so I don't know if I agree with that, because if I say that, I would have to say that majority of people are narcissists, because again, to have hindsight 2020 or that type of vision, you got to be able to, one, understand the situation, to be able to, two, analyze the situation after the fact. So only a few people. So it's like situational dependent. Like a situation has predictable and unpredictable variables. So unless you understand both of those, you can't have hindsight after that. Unless you just one arrogant motherfucker and just say, "Oh, well, I knew that you should do that because this was going to happen." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
how I feel.
I don't think majority of people are narcissists, but then again, we are Americans, so take that how you want.
We're getting there. Thank you, man. Yeah, and I'll just add some sprinkle on that. Appreciate it. Is that my thing is, and I'm still here, is, and y'all are moving me into a more reasonable state on it, but I agree. I agree that I don't agree that it's not most people into seeing things clearer based on experience is still not perfect, which 2020 is trying to sell. All right, let's move to let's learn about this nigga Armour a little bit, man, because he's a humorist, and 20 brings up a great point about the metaphor. So Richard Armour was an American poet, and he was a prose writer, and he wrote humorous poems in the style of Ogden Nash. And just why that's important, because Armour got big, and this phrase got big because he had a style similar to Ogden Nash, and Ogden Nash, with his unconventional rhyme schemes and his humorous poetry, was declared by the New York Times the country's best known producer for humorous poetry when he was alive. So like, he took a style of the most popping niggas. So if you rap like Jay-Z, okay, bet. Now you got a little bit of promise, and things you say matter more because you sound like the best nigga doing it, right? So Armour's most quoted poem, and was often incorrectly attributed to Nash. That's how close they wrote together. Now remember, this is the early 1900s. So I'm gonna give a couple of these and see where how y'all feel about them. One of his poems was "Shake and shake the ketchup bottle, none will come, and then a lot will come." That was funny in the 1900s. Now again, I'll read again. "Shake and shake the ketchup bottle, more will come." Oh, okay. Let me actually read it in the cadence. Okay, maybe that'll help. "Shake and shake the ketchup bottle, none will come, and then a lot'll."
What the fuck, man?
Because it's true.
A lot will come out after. It's funny because it's terrible.
Yes. Also that. All right. How about this one? Let me get before you. He also said, nothing attracts the mustard from wieners as much as the slacks just got back from the cleaners. These were the troubles of a man in the 1900s. I get it. Yeah.
No, I get it too. These are the 1900s
terrible problems. Though. These are the problems of a man in the 1900s. Mustard on my slacks, and the ketchup not coming out of the bottle until it does, unexpectedly. So this guy also said, "Hindsight is 2020." This is why I do this. Because
listen. Okay. You know what's crazy about it? Because because this is look at the universe. At first, I did not think what you were saying was funny at all. But then now that I'm looking back at the phrases of what I'm saying. I'm like, now it totally makes sense. And it's funny. It's because it's like, I've been in a situation where, like, if I use a ketchup bottle, I'm like, man, this shit ain't coming out. And then all of a sudden, I got all the ketchup out of the goddamn bottle on my goddamn sandwich or hot dog.
Ever.
If it's like, oh damn, I gotta eat real quick, but I'm in my work clothes. Like, you don't waste shit on your fucking self unless you're in something you don't want to waste.
Exactly. I eat perfectly until I'm wearing a white shirt. Coffee fucking
bro.
Harlem
Like,
shaking when I'm wearing a white shirt, bro.
Exactly, bro. Like, exactly. Like, I've never spilled tomato sauce from eating spaghetti, but obviously when I'm wearing my white shirt, now look, I got dots and shit all
Yeah,
over.
tomato sauce, like, man, what's
all
I'm out of here. Tomato sauce, like, yeah. All right, real quick before we grade, a funny story about our man Armour. I like this guy, man. I like Richard Armour. So in '57, Armour, he was on this television show called You Bet Your Life, and it was hosted by Groucho Marx, who's also very popular. Y'all can look him up. So the show's famous catchphrase was "Say the secret word, win $100." In each episode, there was a secret word, a common word like home or head or door or whatever. And whenever a contestant would say that word during their interview, the partner contestant would each get $50. So in this case, Armour, being the fucking guy he is, writing shake, shake, ketchup bottle and shit, Armour was he thought he wanted to fuck with the show. So he called him in like a little semantical thing where he was like, after Groucho Marx says, say the secret word, win $100, this nigga says, the secret word.
What the fuck?
And so the crowd goes quiet. Everybody stops. And like, so, bro, 20, you will love it. So it got quiet. And the band started playing. To end the awkward silence, the band started. And they end up, the producer. No, go ahead.
No. His time was just more advanced than anything.
Exactly. And then the producers came out.
You win $100. The secret word.
The secret word. And he just stared at him. And everybody was like, so the band's like, niggas didn't know what to do. And so one of the producers comes out and they're like, hey, give this man the money. And the people in the back said, don't ever try nothing like this ever again. On air, said this. I'll say the exact quote. They said, what he said? Oh, from the CEO over there. So from the CEO over there, we will allow you to do what you just did, but nobody else better try this. Nigga had him shook on the show, man. Bro. And then after that,
he made him think.
He made him think, bro.
He wasn't wrong. Like, he wasn't wrong. So.
He wasn't wrong. That's what made him mad. And so no one knows. Usually Groucho Marx gives the money right on the show. He didn't do it this time, so no one knows if he actually got the money or if they choked his ass out. But Armour did end up doing a poem about Groucho Marx that I read. I thought he was going to take shots. It was actually kind of nice. He was just saying Groucho Marx is a dope dude and don't leave your wife around him. Basically, what's the because he's a guy that will get at, like, he's the man. He'll get at your wife. Basically, the last line. For real? Yes, it was some Usher shit.
For real, ask my nigga for real.
Yes, it was definitely situations. Yeah, it was definitely 100%. All right, y'all, let's grade this thing, man. I fuck with it, man. Good show. All right, I'm gonna get the power grade. Impact when it's said. 20, you'll get the speed. Then Myron, you'll get the best guest preference. All things included. So for me, right, man, it's a powerful phrase. It sticks. It don't even have a lot of history, but I think the right guy said it at the right time, and it has enough truth to it. It has enough almost like motivation to it too. It gives people, like we talked about, a cop out if you weak, and it gives people actual like goal to reach to if you got the juice to actually make hindsight 2020. So right, I'm gonna give it an A+ on impact. It's one of them ones. All righty, 20 speed, flow off the tongue.
Hindsight 2020. Yeah, I feel like that's easy to say, even though it's not the quickest or it's not the shortest of sayings, but I think it's still easy to say, all because of the power. You get what I mean? All because of the longevity, the commercial of it. You know, so I'll give that a B plus. I give Hindsight 2020 a B plus, only because, like I said, the power really helps it out, and it sticks. So B plus.
B plus. Man. All right, Myron, here we go. All things combined. Now that you know about it, personal use, will you keep using it? How you feel?
I don't use it because, again, I don't like it. I feel like anybody that uses that, especially towards me.
Yes, make it personal. Thank you.
It's like, chill, homie. Like, I give it. I don't want to be an asshole about it, so I give it a B. But
no,
it's
give me
a good phrase because
okay.
It's a good phrase because, like Tony said, it's very commercially available. But the people I've heard use it, and when it's used, it's like,
you got no business using this shit.
Yeah.
I'm
straight on that.
Let me ask you this: what shorts before you go?
Yeah,
go ahead,
before
give
you ask,
the,
what shorts?
because I want to ask. I want to make sure.
What's the official grade?
What's your grade? B?
I said B. Yeah, B.
Okay, B. Hit him with your question.
So no, it's for everybody, man.
Okay.
Even people that are watching on YouTube. Who's saying it? You get what I mean? Because it's like, if somebody is telling me what I should have done, and I say it to them, isn't that like different from somebody's telling me what I should have done and they're saying it to me?
Okay,
here's the thing about that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mario.
All right. I'm gonna set this up and you go. Go
ahead.
So here's my no, you go.
Exactly. My thing is, I think take it two way, three ways. But first way is the phrase's truth, the earnestness of the phrase. Is it legit first before who's saying it? Just like, is Hindsight Is 2020 legit? Is that a legit thing to live by? And then grade it on like the delivery, who's saying it. That's how I look at it.
And for me, it ain't even about who's saying it, right? Because again, when I think of Hindsight 2020, it's the person, whoever's saying it is basically the expert of whatever situation it was after the fact. Like there's a difference between a review or critique versus being a fortune teller after the event has happened,
or even like reflection, right?
An AAR, like I said before, an AAR is an after action review, right? It's a lessons learned session. All right, what did we learn from this? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what we could have done better. Versus, my nigga, you should have did this because I knew this was gonna happen. Why didn't you go that way, Mario? I was setting up the block. Why you make that cut? Like, no, that's not the same thing as, hey, I don't know what you saw, Mario, but I had this block over here. Can you tell me why you made that cut? That's a conversation versus why'd you make that cut when I was gonna make a block? That's Hindsight 2020 versus a review. You feel me? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, I like it. All right. I like it. I'm at this stage with it, man. I'm at this stage with it that like I think it misleads, and I always have trouble with phrases that mislead because it's not just the fact that it's hindsight that makes it 2020. It's not just the fact that it's in the past that makes it 2020, and that you got to have the juice to reflect. And you have to reflect well.
Yeah.
And so I'm not with that. Just Hindsight Is 2020 off the strength, because your foresight to both of y'all's point, your in the moment sight has to count. Is a great metric of how well your Hindsight Is 2020 is going to be. The better you are at foresight, the better you will be at hindsight. That's how I feel. And if your if your foresight is very bad, then your hindsight is likely not going to be 2020. All right, Myron, before we get up out of here, I got one more thing for you. And by me,
The Dictionary of Misinformation.
Pick that letter.
Pick a
What you got,
letter.
Mark?
You know what it is. Pick that
Let's
letter.
go with D for the Detroit D on Mario hat.
I appreciate that, man. It doesn't get enough love. It's always here, but it doesn't get enough love.
Hey man, I was listening to some Cheddar Boys the other day, man.
For real? Which
Yeah,
song?
man. Oh boy, that shit brought back memories, bro.
All right, let's do something that let's do something kind of like that I find interesting. Let's talk about dogs. Let's talk about dogs sweating through their tongues. Now, we've heard that. I've heard it as a kid. I feel like everybody's heard that as a kid. Dogs. But a dog does not sweat with their tongues. They actually have sweat glands, and the only ones of any significance are the soles of their feet. So there are no sweat glands anywhere near the dog's muzzle or his mouth. Dogs cool themselves primarily by rapid breathing, which is why they pant after running. But when a canine sticks his tongue out, he does so because it's moist and evaporation helps to cool his tongue down, not because he's sweating. His mouth hot, and he wants his tongue cool, not because he's sweating. He has sweat glands that are in the feet area. All righty? All righty. Don't say it no more. Don't tell the kitties. All righty. Hey. Yeah. Oh, that's it. 20. I appreciate y'all, Myron. I appreciate you, big dog. We got to have you back again. We got to have you back again. Season flying. So we got the brackets coming up. So we'll see you again on that episode. Anything you want to leave me with, brother, before we get out of here?
Talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Hey, make sure my friend is on the next episode.
You're wildin'. 20. Thank you as always. Yep. Yep. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're brought to you by the Underdog Network. Check us out on YouTube for the visuals. Check out the highlights on ATP's YouTube page, appraiseappraise.com. And always remember that value is in the eye of the appraiser. We will check y'all next week.
Man, y'all be good.
All right, man. I'll let